you're positioning, notice the feet. I have my feet about hips distance apart, shoulder distance apart, kind of in that between area, 2 fists between my balls of my feet is a good position. And then sink those hips back. That torso can come forward as we hit Utkatasana. We make the postures work for us rather than us trying to push ourselves into these postures. Now, what's happening with that lower back? Tuck the pelvis, roll shoulders down and back, press palms into each other. Find that relationship. Now, from here, just for fun, lift the heels. This is my idea of fun. I like how no one questions that. Now drop those heels down, sink down a little bit lower, stand up tall, sweep arms up, and then sink down into that chair. Good. Now lift the heels up. Now keep the heels up, and then stand up tall with those heels lifted. Yeah. And then heels down, sink down into that chair. Relax shoulders. Now lift those heels up. Just see. Good. Feel any quivering in the muscles? That's where we're building strength. That's a beautiful thing. Now stand up tall with those heels lifted. Lift them up higher. And then heels down. Open up those arms. On your inhale, sweep arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge down through the center, forward fold. Slide your hands to your shins. Come into a halfway lifted position. And on your exhale, release down. Inhale, bend those knees, roll up to standing. Take that left knee up for the ride. Circle sweep arms up. Pausing here for a second. Relax shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to step back into our warrior one. So step back about 1.5 to 2 feet. Hands can go anywhere that feels comfortable. I want you to bend into the right knee. So we're going to hit this position a few times today. Let's find some flexibility within our spine. So you can have hands on hips, hands at lower back, or interlace them behind the back. Relax the right toes. Dial your left foot forward just a wee bit. Yes. Notice what happens when your hips when you do that. Now on your inhale, press your chest forward, roll into it. Exhale, lift to come up. So finding these mini cats and cows, rolling forward, chest presses forward, tuck chin to chest. Exhale, roll to come up. See if you can imagine that the spine becomes super flexible when you're pressing into your upper back. It's okay if that right leg straightens a little bit more. We're adjusting and shifting and noticing how the body adjusts and shifts as well. So the next time we roll up to standing, reach those arms up to the sky. Now straighten the front leg. On your exhale, hinging from the hips, Parashvattanasana, hands come down to the ground. Shake out the head yes and no. And I want you to dramatically shift from that right foot to the left foot. So as you shift to the right foot, lift the left heel. And as you shift to the left foot, lift the right toes. And just notice, and if you want blocks, you can always use them for support. Notice how much movement happens within our hips as you shift forwards, backwards. And then we'll come into center. And we're going to take, and if you have a block or a water bottle, bring it to the left hand. We're going to bring it inside of the right foot and slightly ahead. Come up to a halfway lifted position. Bring your right hand to your hip. And on your exhale, start to twist open to the right side. It's not big. We're just twisting to the right, looking up over the right shoulder, maybe. Take a deep breath in and out. Release the torso down. Now bring your hands to the front of the mat, bend that right knee, and shoot both feet to the back of your mat. Come into your plank. Take a deep breath in here. Again, push the ground away. On your exhale, you can come down halfway or all the way down. Inhale, either up dog or your cobra, whatever feels right for you. And then exhale, we'll press ourselves back into our down dog through tabletop or not. Pedal through the feet. Each time we come here, how has it changed? Is it different? Is it the same? We're different each time we come here. So why do we treat ourselves the same? On your inhale, bend the knees, look forward, walk, hop, or step your feet to the front of your mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees. Inhale, roll up to standing. Circle, sweep those arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands come to our heart space. Bend those knees, circle, arms up. And exhale, sink down into our chair. Inhale, come up tall. Squeeze, open up the chest. Exhale, sink down. Inhale up. And exhale down. We're going to go just a little faster, but know that you don't have to. Circling up, and the breath, I'm okay with it not matching. I'm okay with you just breathing. But I want you to go to a pace that feels right, adding in anything you want to, focusing on form. So many times when we start to increase our speed, we lose that mindfulness. So you always have permission to slow. We're going to go for 10 more seconds, whatever that means for you, however many. It doesn't matter. Put those blinders on the rest of the world for our last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Sink down lower. Relax those shoulders a little bit more. Keep drawing those abs in. So as you draw those abs in, I want you to really feel that connection. Whether we're doing legs, whether we're doing head stuff, this mindfulness of what we do with our core should be forefront of our life. That protects our lower back. That's the energy that we have going forward. Take one more breath. Inhale. On your exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Slide your hands to your shins. Come into a halfway lifted position. And exhale, release down. Bend those knees. Inhale, roll up. Take that right knee with you. And pause. So we have it within us to slow things down. Take a deep breath in. And out. One more deep breath in. And out. Now we're going to place that right foot towards the back of our mat, coming into our warrior one. So settle into it. Dial the right toe slightly forward. It's like an exaggerated step, right? Hands to hips. Shift, move. What's happening with our hips? What's happening with those shoulders? I never take the first answer of what my body gives me as the correct one. There's always this like, hey, are you sure? You sure, body? Okay. So maybe hands to hips, hands to lower back, or hands interlaced behind the lower back. Press your chest forward. Those cats and cows as you inhale, roll forward at the bottom, tuck chin to chest. Press into the upper back as you come up. Inhale, pressing forward, expose the chest, expose the throat. So many of us, I think, are afraid to have our own voice. And so it's such a beautiful thing for us to explore is keeping that vulnerability. Whether it's afraid that we're not going to be accepted, or the unexpected might come out of our voices, out of our throats. Just honor it. Now, the next time you roll up to standing, we're going to sweep those arms up to the sky, straighten the front leg. On your exhale, hinging at the hips, coming into our Parashvattanasana, you might bring those blocks to support because I'm going to make you shift. So shifting that weight forwards and backwards, shaking out the head, yes and no. Just explore these pathways. Notice how much movement happens within the hips. Give yourself 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. All right. Slowly, we're going to bring our water bottle or a block into the right hand. It's going to go inside of the left foot and then slightly ahead. Lift your torso up at that halfway lifted position, and then bring left hand to the left hip. Slowly start to spiral the torso open to the left. What adjustments do you need to make to facilitate this posture? Draw your abs in. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale to release down. Bend that left knee, hands to the front, step both feet to the back of your mat, come into your plank. So you can always choose to take a knee or 2 knees, or keep those legs long. Take a deep breath in. Shift forward slightly. Exhale, lowering down to the mat all the way down or halfway down. Fight gravity. Inhale, cobra or up dog. You choose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. How is this different? Maybe it starts to become a rest pose compared to everything else. Take a deep breath in and out. 1 more deep breath in and out. On your next inhale, get your feet together at the back of your mat. We're going to take that right leg, reach it up to the sky. Now you might choose to circle at the ankle, even bending and straightening the right leg can feel quite nice. You can even stack right hip on top of left if that feels good for you. Just play. Take 1 more breath wherever you are. On your next inhale, neutralize the hips. Reach that right leg up to the sky. On your exhale, curl the knee into the chest. Roll forward as far as you can go. 3-legged plank. Inhale, reach the leg up to the sky. Exhale, 3-legged plank. 1 more time. Inhale up. Now this time, as you bring the knee into your chest, we're going to drop the right knee down and let the foot go off to the right side of the mat. Yeah. There we go. Now walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Drop that left heel down. And then lift the torso up. Gate pose. Finding funky ways to get into gate? Sure. Left hand comes down. Right hand stretches up and over. Now if this feels tight for that left hip, you can always bend the knee. You can always lift the toes. There's no wrong way other than putting up with pain that maybe you don't need to be in. On your next inhale, both arms up to the sky. Exhale, right hand down to the ground. Left arm stretches. So bicep and ear become nice and close together. Now, we're going to add some core movement here. So take a deep breath in. On your exhale, curl left knee and left elbow into each other. Inhale to extend. Exhale, curl it in. Yes. Reach. and squeeze. Reach and squeeze. One more. Reach and squeeze. Hold right here. Extend. Pause. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Left hand down. And then take that right leg, lift up to the sky. Three-legged down dog. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, step the foot to the front of your mat. Now, I'm going to use blocks. You don't have to. Get those hips down low. You always have the option to release left knee down. And I want you to shift forwards and backwards. So get into a really deep lunge. Notice what it feels like to allow for there to be this stretchiness of movement. Take a deep breath in and out. Find stillness for the last breath. So find your posture. Protect that right knee. Squeeze back leg, front leg in towards each other. Notice how that opens up more sensation. Now from here, lift your hips up. You are going to take, shifting your weight to the right foot. Let the left knee come in towards the chest. All right? Now, slowly lift the torso up. How fun. Take the left knee into chest. Right hand grabs on, twist open to the left side. Ta-da. And you can always use a block, tap down. It's all good. It's all good. We're just trying new things, seeing what it feels like. It's like adding salt. You know, we try a recipe, add a dash of salt. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's just right. Inhale, come back to center. Beautiful. Now, hands down, leg up. Left leg reaches up to the sky. We're doing a couple balances in a row. If you didn't know, take a deep breath in and out. Now, again, bring left knee next to the right. Roll up. Nice. And slowly. Now, pause for a second. Pause. Adjust. Take the tension away from the right foot. Now, kick left leg back. Find airplane. Doesn't even have to be warrior 3. Could just be airplane. We're going to hold it one breath. And exhale. Slowly step, left foot next to right. Hands come to the thighs. Lift the tailbone, open up the chest. And exhale to round. Inhale, lift tailbone, open up the chest. And exhale to round. On that rounding, inhale, roll up to standing. Reach arms up. And exhale, hands to heart space. If you need to circle out the ankles, I tried to delay that for a reason. We're creating strength within the ankles. Two of my very favorite joints that we have, shoulders, ankles, need a lot of work, and we use them all the time. On your inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, sink into your chair. Pause in this chair for a second. Now, I have a test. It's a fun test. It's a movement test. We're going to stay nice and low. Weight goes onto the right foot. Tap back the left foot. Now tap it forward. Put the weight on it. Weight on left foot. Tap that right foot back. Now, what's the test? So what I want you to do is try not to move the rest of the body as you adjust and step back. So I get to look at myself in a camera. You get to look at yourself in a mirror. Maybe at home you don't have that and you just go by feel. So if I was taking a picture, top half of the body, I wouldn't know that you're moving. Bottom half is doing a lot. keep it going. We have 15 seconds. You can tap in any direction if you want. Yeah, I like that. I like that. New ideas. Good. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring both feet in. Sink down lower. Explosive. Press through those feet. Stand up tall. Joyful breath. Exhale. Hinge down through the center. Inhale. Hands to shins. Halfway lift. And exhale. Hands to the earth. Hop, step, feet back to the mat. To the back of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, high plank to low plank. All the way down, halfway down, you pick. Inhale, baby cobra, up dog. And exhale to your down dog or child's pose. We're going to take 3 breaths. Now, bend your knees a little bit more. Lift that tailbone higher up to the sky. Imagine you're sitting to where the ceiling and the wall meet behind you. See if you can still have that openness within the spine. Draw your elbows in towards each other. So bend your elbows a little bit. Drop them down to the mat. Just a little bit. Yeah, it's going to feel a lot more challenging to do it that way. Safer, better, healthier for shoulders. One more breath. Walk your feet together at the back of your mat. Or if you're in child's pose, come on up. Come meet us. The water's just fine. We're going to take that left leg, reach it up to the sky. Circle at the ankle. Maybe bend and straighten. See what that all feels like. If you want to stack left hip on top of right, you do it. Feels cool. Why not? And then we'll neutralize the hips. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, curl the knee into the chest. Roll forward, 3-legged plank. Tuck that pelvis a lot. Inhale, sweep it up to the sky. Exhale, knee into the chest. One more time. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, bring that knee forward, okay? So drop left knee down. Left foot opens up to the left side of your mat. And then we're going to walk our hands to the right side of our mat. And then come up into gate pose. Ta-da! We did it. We did it. And again, do you want to bend that right knee? Go for it. Do you want to lift up the right toes? Go for it. Do what feels right for you and your body. Now take that right hand, bring it down to the right thigh. Left arm stretches up and over to the right side. On your inhale, both arms reach up. On your exhale, drop left hand down. Now right hand is stretching to bicep and ear. Get nice and close together. We're going to find motion here. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, curl knee and elbow into each other. Inhale to extend. And exhale, curl it in. Reach, take that breath, let it fill the body. And exhale, squeeze it in. 2 more times, reach and squeeze. Last time, reach and squeeze, pause. Now reach. Drop the foot down. And then release right hand down. You're going to come in to our 3-legged plank for 1 second. I'm going to meet you. Let that right heel lift. Now take that left leg, reach it up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, step it to the front of your mat. Say, what? Do you remember this on the other side? I do. So shift forwards, backwards. So you can use blocks. It's funny how sometimes you come back to a posture and you're like, oh yeah, that was on the journey on the other side. See what it feels like for you just to take ownership. Now, find stillness right in the center. Squeeze front leg and back leg in towards each other. You can do it. Now lift your hips up. Are you ready to stand? So that left foot takes the weight. Right knee connects to the left. So we're kind of rolled over. Now, Care Bear stare as something on the ground as your torso comes upright. Take right knee into the chest. Yeah, you made it look easy. Amazing. Left hand grabs onto the right leg and we're twisting open to the right side. Relax the toes. Take a deep breath in and out. Now come back to center. Now, hands down, right leg up. This is the way we like to do our standing split. Bunch of balances in a row. Usually I like 2. This one we're doing more. You can always tap down if you need to. It's all good. Now, bring that right knee next to the left. We're going to roll up to standing one more time. Find balance. Get that right foot set and ready. Press it back. Airplane, warrior 3. What happens when we get taxed? What happens when we feel fatigue? Take one more deep breath in. Now on your exhale, drop right foot next to left, hands to thighs. Lift tailbone, open up the chest. And exhale to round. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale to round. Inhale, roll up to standing, circle sweep arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands come to our heart space. We're going to shift the weight over to our right leg. Left leg is just going to open to the left side. We're going to straighten right leg. Toes are going to go to the left side as well. Open up the arms, 5-pointed star. Exhale, hinge forward. So as we hinge forward, shake out the head, yes. Shake out the head, no. Maybe you like to do those side-to-side lunges. Or maybe you like to do something else. If you are in a static position, can you just take stock of where the weight is in your feet? To the toes, to the heels, or maybe even just giving yourself a breath, letting the eyes close. Just letting all the energy settle. Taking your time. And letting your breath just smooth things out. Now, I want you to bring your heels in and toes out. You might have to do this a few times. And then we're going to bring our hands to our thighs and come up into this little modified goddess pose. So the torso is forward, hips are pressing back. Little a little chair. So hips back, torso forward. I don't know how I came up with Scott, but you know, words. Take that right shoulder, you're going to bring it down and you're going to look over the left. Inhale back to center and exhale opposite direction. Inhale back to center. One more time over to the left, looking over the left shoulder, drawing right shoulder down. Inhale back to center and exhale over to the opposite side. Now coming back to center, coming up to goddess. Hips, ribs, shoulders. There is a stacking, so you can see yourself in the mirror or you can feel what's going on with the body. And if you need to adjust by bringing toes in, toes out. That's what this journey is about. Take a deep breath in and out, sink down lower. Yeah, lean back a little bit more, maybe. Maybe. The answer could always be maybe. Yeah. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Lean that chest back a little bit more. Now to come out of it, we're not coming up like a jack in the box. Press into heels. Lift to come up. Squeeze the quads, squeeze the glutes. Let all toes face the front of your mat. Nice job. Deep breath in. Arms reach up to the sky. And exhale. Hands come down to the front of the mat. Step both feet to the back of your mat. Come into your plank. Hold it here. Squeeze those quads. Squeeze the glutes. Soften your elbows a little. Yeah. Especially if you have any hyperextension within your joints, softened elbows are going to be the bane of your existence, but also the healthiest things that you can do for your joints. Bend those elbows a little. Just a little. I know. Take one more deep breath in. Now, draw elbows to the ribs. We're coming all the way down onto our bellies for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Once you're down on your bellies, you can make a pillow with your hands, bend those knees, windshield wiper feet side to side. Letting there just be some movement within the lower back, within the quads. Maybe just slowing the breath down. We're going to do a quad stretch right here. So let the left leg release. Keep your left hand as a pillow. Use your right hand to grab onto the top of the right foot, or you can grab on. Yeah, either way, we have a 50-50 shot. We'll get it on the other side. So I want you to think about your knee pressing away from your hip. And that's going to sound strange to think about that, but what happens is you're pressing that hip flexor down into the mat. We're trying to create length. This isn't about the foot going towards the glute, although it's part of the process. What it's about is creating an opening within the quads. Give yourself a few breaths right here and let that breath go into any place that you feel the tension. Any place that you feel the stretch, let the breath support you. Take one more deep breath in and out. Release the right foot. Extend it down. Bring right hand underneath the head, and you can use the hand for a pillow or the forearm, whatever feels best. And then bring the left foot towards the glute. Now you can grab onto the foot, pant leg, use a support of some kind, a towel, or anything else you need, and then think about that knee going away from the hip. If there's any pressure within the knee itself, we don't do it. You can use more support. We never sacrifice our body for a stretch in another part. And all of these rules apply for us in life. We never sacrifice ourselves for someone else's happiness. We're deserving of just as much. Give yourself 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Releasing the foot down. And if you want to windshield wiper it a few times, notice if it feels different. The same. Maybe circling out the ankles might feel nice. And we're going to extend our left arm forward. And we're going to roll onto our backs, just like a pancake. Or flip like a pancake. So bring both knees into the chest and let them rock side to side. We're going to do a funky little core exercise here because life is fun. Life should have some funk into it, right? So we're going to keep that right knee into the chest and let the left leg extend straight up to the sky. Bring your left hand behind the back of the head. Oh no, bring both hands behind the back of the head. Support like we're coming into a crunch, okay? Lift your head and shoulders to a hover. Let me move this block so you can see what I'm doing. Head and shoulders lift to a hover. Now, from here, take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, you're going to bring left shoulder to the right knee and drop that left leg down to a hover. Inhale back to center, keeping the head and shoulders lifted and letting that left leg lift up to the sky. And then on your exhale, drop left leg down, left shoulder to the right knee. Are we getting it? Inhale, leg lifts back to center. Exhale, twist towards that right side with the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. And exhale to twist towards that right side. 2 more times. Back to center. Keep drawing those abs in. Exhale to twist, extending that left leg. Last time on this side. Lift and exhale to twist. Pause here. Pause here. Now see if you can bounce, pulse that left leg for 10, 9, 8, 7. Curl in more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up, back to center. Bend that left knee. Take a break. Did you feel it? Okay. Just making sure that we're all here together. Although you could just lay here the whole time, it would be fine. So extend that right leg up to the sky if you want nice even sides. Bring your hands behind the back of the head. Let those elbows splay open. Lift head, shoulders off of the mat. Press your head into your hands, hands into the head. Press the tongue into the roof of your mouth to relax the front of the neck. If you get one of those, I'm happy. Now, deep breath in. On your exhale, drop the right leg down, right shoulder to the left knee. Inhale, back to center. Draw those abs in a lot. Exhale, right leg down, curl to the left. Inhale, back to center. Reestablish the position. Exhale to twist to the left. Nice. Inhale, back to center. And exhale to twist to the left. 3 more times. Inhale up. Exhale to twist. Just 2 more. Look how that goes. And twist. Last one. And we're going to hold it down. And twist. Pause right here. Draw those abs in. Bounce that right leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Knees into chest. Isn't that nice? Like a little bit of something fun. Again, my version of fun. Drop that left foot down and take the right thigh, cross it directly over the left thigh. So you have the back of the right thigh meeting the front of the left. Yeah. We're going to come into supported Gomakasana, which I love. So take those knees, bring them into the chest. And then you can grab on to opposite knees. You can grab on to the calves, or you can grab onto the feet. And then I personally like to take my attention and press in to that right glute. And I personally like to shift, a little bit of rocking. If it doesn't feel right, you can stabilize. I want you to soften the jaws, or the one jaw you have, and just breathe. Let the breath go into that right glute, the right piriformis, that bottom of the glute area. Maybe feel it within the right hip, secondary. Give yourself a deep breath wherever you are. Relax the shoulders. And then when you're ready, we'll release hands from the feet, legs, and slowly drop left foot down and uncross the right. We're going to do it to the other side. So left thigh crosses deeply on top of the right. And when you're ready, hugging those legs into the chest and going from this side, it might feel different than the other side. Maybe it's tighter, maybe it's looser. Again, I like to think about pressing into that left glute from that internal position, maybe even rocking a little bit. All of these places, these positions can feel quite nice. Relax shoulders. Take one more deep breath in and out. And let those hands slide back to the body and let the legs release. Now, take a block if you have one. If you don't, that's okay too. You're going to bring the block in between your inner thighs. You're going to squeeze that block. Squeeze those inner thighs. And then we're going to lift our hips up. So you can come into a bridge. Just getting that connection with those inner thighs. Squeeze a little bit more with those inner thighs. Squeeze and find that connection. Notice what starts to turn on. Now we're going to find either supported shoulder stand or full shoulder stand, so that block you have between your inner thighs can make its way underneath the sacrum, underneath the lower back. And you can plant down, let those legs lift up, find your balance right here. Or if you're finding full shoulder stand, you would release from that bridge, and then you would bend the knees, hug them into the chest, lift them up, draw elbows in, hands support the lower back, and legs reach straight up towards the sky. Make sure there's space between your chin and your chest. finding whatever posture feels the best for you at the end of practice. Maybe you still want to have some liveliness to it, or maybe you need some compassion. Take a deep breath in and out. Now, wherever you are, we're going to slowly make our way out of this posture with support. So if you have that block, just slowly bend knees, feet down, remove the block. If you're in your full position, roll down with care and love. And then we'll just let our knees drop open to the right side, finding whatever kind of twist feels the best for you. Open and close your mouth a few times. Maybe the eyes are slightly closed or slightly open, and we're coming back into that visual meditation. And then lift the knees up. And we'll find our way onto our other side, finding a twist. Again, whatever feels the best for you. This might be a beautiful time as you start to settle the body to find an eye pillow, to let the body sink and settle. And letting the knees lift up, and we'll give them one squeeze into the chest before letting your body settle into your Shavasana. Breathe, relax, and feel. Take time to slow down the pace of life. Watch the rise and fall of moods, the birth and death of dreams. Feelings and sensations seem so real, yet they shift like the changing clouds and flow with the high tide out to sea again. Allow it all to be. No need to grasp or to push away. Present with each moment, the whole you, body, mind, and soul, opens to receive. Being Present by Donna Falls. Take a deep breath in and let it go through the nose. And invite the body to stay here for a moment or two and to feel this connection before having to move quickly to the next thing. May we make this vow to ourselves to stay present, to stay aware, to be considerate, to find compassion and love for the journey that we're on. May we breathe deeply and feel. Thank you so much for joining, for showing up as you are and being who you are. All that I am, every little piece of me bows so deeply to all that is within you. Namaste. So you can continue to stay here for as long as you need to, or to take your time to adjust into the real world. And it's always that adjustment. Be well and have a wonderful day.